a bad place. I don't think people are meant to live here. Longtime residents of Harper's Cove believe that something is wrong with the Widow's Point Lighthouse. Some say it's cursed. Others claim it's haunted. Originally built in 1838, 3 workers were killed during the lighthouse's construction, including one who mysteriously plunged to his death from the catwalk. The tragic accident was never explained, and it was just the beginning of the terror. In the decades that followed, nearly 24 additional deaths occurred in or around the lighthouse, including cold-blooded murder, suicide, unexplained accidents and disappearances, the slaughter of an entire family, and the inexplicable death of a Hollywood starlet who was filming a movie on the grounds. The lighthouse was finally shuttered tight in 1988, and a security fence was erected around the property. No one has been inside since. Until tonight. Thomas Livingston is the acclaimed author of 13 books about the supernatural, and this evening he will enter the Widow's Point Lighthouse searching for material for his next bestseller. He will be locked inside for the weekend with no way of contacting the outside world, and although no human has stepped foot inside the structure in nearly 3 decades, Livingston will not be alone. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Nerdy Narrative. My name is Leslie Smith, and today's book chat is going to be about Widow's Point by Richard and Billy Chizmar. I want to say Widow's Point came out as a standalone around February of 2018. It was part of an anthology before then, and so Richard and Billy Chizmar actually kind of updated it and put it out as a standalone, and I want to say it's also a movie. I'm definitely going to research that part because if there's a movie, I want to watch it. I don't know why I want to watch it because this book literally creeps me out, but I guess that just wasn't enough. I guess I need more. I guess I really just want to go ahead and send myself over the edge. I don't know. Why not? I mean, it's a great idea. So this is a fantastic little book. I think it's around 156 pages by a father-son duo that was just creepy. I first heard about it on the Perks of Books channel. She mentioned it in a vlog, and then when she later updated the vlog, I think it was like after midnight, she just had a way and a look about her that made me want to read this book. When I watched her thoughts on this book, I decided I just had to have it, even though horror is not a genre I typically read from. When I was a teenager, that's all that I read. I read almost everything Michael Crichton, Dean Koontz, Stephen King, Robin Cook, all of them. I've forgotten most of it. And then I just got more focused on fantasy, science fiction, the little dash of YA, romance, and murder mystery along the way. A few weeks back, I discovered Brad Proctor's channel. I liked him as a person, and so I was watching every upload even though I had no desire to read horror. So that's how it got started. Then he did a review on Revolver. The author was actually giving out free codes to read that book for free. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it, and I loved it. Right on the heels of Brad came the Perks of Books with this Widow's Point. I already stuck a toe in, I might as well just jump on off the deep end. So the Perks of Book and indirectly Brad Proctor are how I came to choose this book. I did get the audiobook version of this. My notes with the narrator's name I don't have up here with me. I believe it is Chet Williams, but he was really good. To me, hearing this story on audiobook made it so much more scarier. It is definitely like a Blair Witch kind of vibe. You get audio visual clips, so each section is like audio clip number 45A, and you get the date and the time and what's on that clip. And so they're putting together a timeline of this author who is staying in a lighthouse on Widow's Point, and the lighthouse is reputed to be haunted. So Thomas Livingston is going to stay in this lighthouse for 3 days, and basically he's going to film and record, himself over the 3 days, and he's going to be telling us the history while he is exploring and seeing what may or may not happen. I love the cover of this book. I find it very physically appealing. It, of course, just ties right into the story about it. You look at it, you totally get the vibe. It's going to be a haunted lighthouse story. So we're following Thomas Livingston while he is spending 3 days in this haunted lighthouse. So he's telling us the history of the lighthouse. He's going through all of the stories surrounding the lighthouse, suicide, disappearances, murder, and he has also discovered the diary of the daughter of the family who was murdered in cold blood when they lived at the lighthouse. So over the course of 3 days of him staying alone in this lighthouse and what he is discovering, we are watching this man slowly unravel. I could not tell what was going to happen. I know you're thinking it's a ghost story about a haunted lighthouse, it's predictable. No, it really wasn't. That was what was so scary. I literally couldn't decide what was going to happen next to prepare myself for it. And like I said, I was listening to the audiobook. The narrator was able to act out with his voice the things and the state of mind that Thomas Livingston, like when he was scared, the narrator sounded scared. There's a part where Livingston is sobbing, so is the narrator, and it sounded so real. Like he was able to just convey an emotional response through just using his voice. It was amazing. Like, I'm so happy I got into the audiobook world. It has changed my life. I was cleaning house on Monday when I was finishing up listening to Widow's Point. And it got to a point where, I was literally staying broken out with goosebumps. And then, so when I was cleaning, I have a band that I put around my arm when I go for a run that has a clip that I can stick my phone in so I could listen to the story with my wireless earbuds. And so it just got to a point where enough was enough. I was vacuuming in the kitchen, and the way that I was holding my arm to like get under the table, it made my phone touch the top of my arm, and I thought something had touched me, because like in the story something was touching Livingston that he could not see. It scared, I jumped sky high, and I was like, okay, that is it. I turned that damn vacuum cleaner off. I went and got my lawn chair. I sat out in my courtyard in full on sunshine and finished that book. And then to try and help myself, I immediately started listening to The Help by Catherine Stockett, because I'm like, I need something like lighthearted and funny, okay? I need to get this book out of my mind before I try to go to bed tonight. It was a ghost story. It scared me. I am a weenie, like I said. I'm not a horror reader, although I am now. Probably I'm a weenie because it's just been so long since I read scary stories. Even though it scared me, I still enjoyed it very much. I'm so grateful for the Perks of Books mentioning that book on her channel, because it was a great time. I enjoyed it. Widow's Point is probably child's play next to a King novel. We'll find out. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for joining me on this little book chat about Widow's Point. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by to see me in my little corner of the world. It is a great time to be a reader. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.